Okay, hi, I'm Heather, this is Slot C, and today I'm talking about computer-based reading programs. More specifically, I'm going to talk about the HedSprout reading program, which is sometimes now called Mimio, but just for this speech I'm just going to carry on calling it HedSprout. Okay, so like I said, HedSprout is a computer-based reading program, and the aim of HedSprout is to get beginner and non-readers up to sort of around about a grade 2 reading level. It aims to do this in about 30 hours, and it contains a lot of individual online instructions. It has about 80 printed stories and stuff like that, and it's based on about over 4 years of research, and it tries to incorporate the scientific investigation of early reading into it as well. They're so confident that it'll work that HedSprout offer full refunds for every child that takes part that aren't reading at a grade level. Okay, so when the children are using this, what they see is a really cool interactive cartoon world, and there's many characters in this cartoon world. So there's dinosaurs, aliens, dolphins and all sorts. And what happens is the learning takes place in engaging cartoon worlds such as jungles, prehistoric time, underwater, space and all that. But underneath this interactive persona is some sophisticated technology, and it has to be sophisticated for it to get the individual aspect of it out there. And this technology was created with the help of educators and learning scientists. It's a supplementary software, so it aids the teachers in teaching phonetics, comprehension and the skills required to sound out words, and it does this through using direct instruction. Okay, so a paper by Lang, Twyman and Steichleather in 2003 identified the 5 sub-skills required for reading. And these are phonemic awareness, which is the recognition that words are made up of phonemes. They need to learn phonics, so they need to learn links to link sounds to letters and combinations of letters. And they have to be fluent in this so that decoding can take place almost instantly. And this helps to build strategies to sound out words. Also, the spoken vocabulary needs to be extended to the reading vocabulary, and they need to understand that the words that they read have meaning just like the words that they speak. And the reading words have meaning even if they haven't come across it yet. Fluency is very important for success, and comprehension of what's being read is essential. It's not enough to just say and see the words to become a good reader. They need to understand what the words mean and how to act upon that. So how does HedSprout tackle these 5 sub-skills? So for phonemic awareness, we have awareness strategies integrated throughout many of the rituals within HedSprout. So for example, the children hear a sound, they have to select the visual representation of it, and then they'll hear confirmation if it's right. Or they're asked to say the sound, and then one of the many characters will repeat it and other variations of it, and they have to say who said the same as them. This helps them to learn how to say sounds together, how to slowly blend words, quickly blend words, and say whole words. So for example, they'll get this on the screen, and then they'll have to say the individual sounds within the word. So ran will be R-A-N, and then they slowly blend them together, and then they say it as a full word as well. So they have to tackle phonics as well. Within HedSprout there's 84 carefully chosen phonetic elements, and these are consistently pronounced in 85% of words that they're used in. And this consistency helps to ensure that the transfer of segmentation skills and blending skills, and helps it to become a natural outcome of reading in a social environment and a critical consequence of reading. They also address concerns about the many rules and exceptions to the rules that there are in the English language. So they begin with consistent letters, and these stable sounds increase the likelihood that the children are going to read the words correctly. This helps them to gain confidence early in their ability to sound out words, because they don't have the distraction of trying to memorise all the different rules and variations there are in the English language. They'll start with a small combination of letters and find sounds within them that can be combined to make meaningful units of phonetic information. They learn sounds that can have other sounds within them as well, and these units can be combined to make new sounds. And the instructional strategies used within this help the children to reliably induce insights in a discovery learning environment, rather than just being told directly what they're looking for. Vocabulary development. So within this, words are made of sounds is one of the essential concepts of Headsprout. And the fact that these words have meanings and the words make sentences which will eventually tell a story. The learning add words from their speaking vocabulary to their reading vocabulary as new learning words, and they also will use selected sight words as well to help increase the reading vocabulary. The use of the many character names within Headsprout help the children to understand that words that I haven't yet met still have meaning, and they increase the phonetic elements in the programme as the initial learning strategies are learned. And by using this in less than 30 hours, the learners have a potential reading vocabulary of about 5,000 words. So in lesson 1, as early as lesson 1, they're using fluency builders, and this is to help them find sounds to build up the sound bank for the words. By lesson 4, they're increasing the fluency of words made up from sounds from previous lessons. And by as early as lesson 5, they're reading their first story. So within Headsprout, there's over 80 lessons, and within these lessons, there's over 50 fluency builders, and there's up to 70 separate stories. And some of these stories are designed to be read with the parents or teachers. The increase in the complication of the stories. Within this, there's learner sentences, so that when they're exposed to fluency at a higher level that they can't quite handle yet, they have to pay close attention to what's being said so they know when it's their turn to read. And reading comprehension. I think this is a really good statement of what comprehension can be, and it's by Gooddiamond and Dyard in 1966. And it says, if "look at the ceiling" is written on a blackboard and a person says "look at the ceiling," the person is simply just decoding. But if the person's head tilts back and a glance upwards is observed, then the person is also comprehending what's being read as well. And within Headsprout, they frequently use comprehension indicators, and these, as well as helping them to understand sentence comprehension and story comprehension, also teaches self-observation. And they do this with picture pairing tasks, so they'll have a sentence and the children have to match the picture that matches closely to the sentence that they've just read. So Headsprout versus typical reading programs. Compared to a typical reading program, Headsprout has a well-defined structure, it's heavily researched, it's very well balanced, and there is a strong emphasis on comprehension and fluency. Thanks for listening.